which means if by following everything I showed you in this video, on average by farming this event, you can expect to earn around 12 huge pets per day just from AFKing, which is actually insane. Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to their Pet Sim 99 video. Today I'm going to be showing you how you as a free-to-play player can earn yourself on average over 10 huge pets per day just by playing the new Basketball World event. So I'm going to go over everything you need to know about the strategy and all the setup you need to do beforehand, and then I'll be testing it out for 8 hours on 6 of my own accounts to get a pretty good average of how many huges you can expect per day per account. And obviously it's over 10 huges per day, which is insane. Now before I get into the video, if you enjoyed this video or find it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And don't forget that once we reach 45,000 subscribers, we'll be hosting a massive 50+ rainbow huge pet giveaway on Pet Sim 99. With that being said, I do give away at least 10 rainbow huge pets every single video. And if you want a chance to win one of those huge pets, all of the giveaway information will be in the description. But let's go ahead and get straight into the video. Okay, so as you guys probably know, yesterday we got a part 2 of the basketball event. If you haven't played this event or you're not sure exactly what they added or you're looking for tips and tricks to progress, definitely go check out my last video. I went over like everything you need to know about this update, as well as all the best methods to grind orbs, max out your upgrades, get super far throws, etc. But today we're going to be talking about how you can actually take advantage of this event to earn yourself on average over 10 huge pets per day completely free to play. So in this event, once you come to the last area over here, you'll notice that you'll have basketball goals on the side of your screen. Now these goals depend on where you are in a league. If you're not in a league, I'm pretty sure you only see the bottom rewards here. If you are in a league, then you have a chance to get much better rewards. Now how these basketball goals work is that every time you throw, you have a chance to run into one of the tokens, giving you a point towards that huge pet, that gift, or that Titanic pet. Now the more tokens you have for that item, the harder it is to get the next token, and your goal is to basically get 10 of those tokens before you eventually inevitably fail a shot, which will reset all of the points. Now from what I've seen, failing a shot is completely random. Even if you get a 100% throw, you can still possibly fail the shot, so eventually it will happen. You just want to really hope you get one of those huge pets, Titanics, or basketball gifts before the shot fails and resets all the points. Now, believe it or not, I'm filming this video as fast as possible and getting it uploaded because the odds of getting the huge pets and the gifts from the basketball goals are actually extremely easy right now. So basically, kind of like last week, they were also extremely easy, but Big Games really likes to make things overpowered for the first day or two of an event and then absolutely nerf everything to the ground. So I want to get this video out as fast as possible so that you can take advantage of this before Big Games possibly does nerf this. If they do nerf it, I will update the pinned comment in the comment section, so go check that out just to know whether or not they actually did end up nerfing this. But as of right now, the update has been out for over a day and the huge pet odds from the basketball goals have not been altered and are still extremely easy to get. As you can see in the leagues here, we have over 20,000 of the huge robot balls and basically the same amount of the atomic monkey and glitched unicorn balls. I think the odds of getting all 3 of these huge pets are actually extremely easy, and I'm pretty sure they are the same. The only reason there's less robot balls is because not many people are below the top 30%, so they don't even have a chance at getting it. And then there's just slightly more huge glitched unicorns than huge atomic monkey balls because the atomic monkey ball is not in the top 30%, it's only the top 20%. But it does seem like the odds of getting the huge pets are literally the exact same, which is pretty insane. So with that being said, let's get into everything you can do beforehand as well as during your AFKing to maximize the amount of huge pets you're getting and maximize the speed of your throws, because believe it or not, auto throw is not your best option, especially if you're only using one account. Now, before actually doing this, believe it or not, you literally don't need to max out any of these upgrades at all. Do not waste your time grinding orbs, because if they do end up nerfing this method, you will have wasted so much time grinding orbs instead of actually earning huge pets for yourself. And literally none of these are going to actually be useful. From what I've seen, the distance that you throw does not really affect how many points you're getting, as long as you're throwing with around 1 million or higher strength, which is not hard to get and is how I managed to earn on average 10 huge pets per account per day with literally none of these upgrades. So the upgrades are useless, and you also might be wondering, why aren't we hatching the eggs instead? Not only does maxing out the final egg cost a ton, but if you remember last week, the stat pets from this egg were actually pretty expensive because there was a clan battle going on and the leaderboard had variants of the Titanic available for people who actually climbed higher than 2000. Now both of those are not true. We have no clan battle and you only need to get top 2000, which is extremely easy. So these stat pets just aren't nearly as valuable as they were during the last event and are only getting less and less valuable stable every single day. Plus, big games did their thing once again, and if you thought the odds of hatching these stat pets during the last event were bad, they went ahead and made the final stat pet in that egg 1 out of 20 million chance. For comparison, in the new fantasy egg, the huge pet in that egg is the same odds as getting that stat pet. So in my opinion, it's just really not worth it, especially if you're only using one account. It's going to be nearly impossible to hatch one within a few days, keeping in mind the price of the stat pets are constantly dropping. That's why we're not hatching this egg, and that's why we're taking advantage of the actual basketball goals instead. So you do not need upgrades. Don't waste your time on upgrades for the eggs, or for that matter, anything else. Do not waste your time with the upgrade. Now, when it comes to the strength that you need, I'm not going to go too in depth into this. If you want to learn exactly how the strength works in this event, go check out my last video. I actually go pretty in depth in there. But basically, I did some testing. If you have a couple hundred to a couple thousand strength, you are going to end up getting less points and overall less gifts, less huges and titanics. However, once you reach like a couple 100,000 to a couple million, it seems to basically flatten out and you end up earning a pretty good amount of huge pets, but it does not increase too much when the strength increases. You'll see this when I test out everything later. Basically, one of my accounts that I'll be using has 7 million strength. Every other account has 1 million strength, and the 7 million strength ends up getting around the same items as the accounts with 1 million strength. So you really do not need a ton of strength in this event, which is why you can easily just fill up your team with a ton of the holographic axolotl balls. These are not expensive at all. There's 180,000 in existence. Go buy a few from the trading plaza, or maybe even hatch them if you did upgrade your egg, and just fill up your team with these pets, and you should reach 1 million pretty easily. Or you can just AFK for a little bit, end up getting a few of these event basketball huge pets, and use those in your team as well, because they are pretty good to use for this event. So you don't need to worry too much about your strength. I would say just try to have over 1 million strength, which is pretty easy even for free-to-play players, since these pets are really not that expensive. Now, in order to maximize the amount of huge pets you're getting to over 10 per day, you need to make sure you have the 2 huge pets as your basketball goal rewards. That means you need to be in a league and you need to be in the top 20% of players. This might be intimidating, especially for a free-to-play player. However, it honestly is not hard at all. When I'm AFKing, all of my alts are going to be in a league with each other. I have 2 different leagues, 3 in each league, and you can see literally each one has a throw of less than 2 million, and we're still pretty far into the diamond league, which is the top 20% and allows them to earn both of the huge pets. So all you need to do is make sure you are in a league, find some friends or find some players in a public server who are willing to join your league, or make a couple accounts, get a few decent throws in, and then you don't even have to play on those accounts again. You just want to make sure everyone in your league has around a 1 million throw, which, like I said earlier, getting 1 million strength is not hard, and you will easily be able to stay in the diamond league or the top 20% and have the chance of getting both of the huge pets, which is going to allow you to get over 10 huge pets per day. Now, before I continue, I do want to quickly check my mailbox. If you want to donate to me using the mailbox, my username is loopedmuffin_RBX. I tend to only shout out anything over 5 million diamonds in wrap or any exclusive pets, just to save time in the videos. Thank you very much, Moto, for the huge nightmare sludge. I'm sorry I pronounced your name wrong in the last video, but thank you very much, Moto. Thank you, Pingu, for the 25 million diamonds worth of coin 7 books. Thanks. Thank you, Haz, for the 5 million diamonds. Thank you, Urban Myth Traveler, for the huge Glade Griffin. Wow, thank you very much. That is really generous. Thank you. And thank you to everyone else who sent me mail. All right, and now that you have everything set up and you're ready to start actually farming this event, there is a slight method that you can use to increase your profitability, but it's only really useful for people using 1, maybe 2 or 3 accounts. Anything more than that, it isn't really useful. But basically, now that you have everything set up, you come over to the last area here, and now all you literally need to do to earn yourself over 10 plus huge pets per day is just throw the basketball over and over again to fill up your basketball goals and get yourself tons of rewards. You can go ahead and use the auto throw function. When I'm AFKing later on, I will be using the auto throw function just because I'm on 6 accounts, and using the other method that I'll be showing you doesn't really work for multiple accounts very well. But in my opinion, auto throw is not really the best option. Not only does auto throw rarely ever get 100%, but sometimes when you're auto throwing, it can randomly spend a ton of time charging up the throw, which does waste a lot of time and will affect your overall profitability. As you can see, it's literally just wasting a ton of time right there, and then it only got 90%. So auto throw is a decent option for some of you who are maybe on mobile or are using multiple accounts, but if you're able to, I would definitely recommend to manually throw by using, once again, our favorite application, Tiny Task. It'll be linked in the description. Once you open it up, basically make sure continuous playback is on, make sure you know what you're recording and playback hotkeys are, and all this is going to do is record whatever mouse actions you do and play it back infinitely until you stop it by clicking the playback hotkey. So once you're ready to go ahead and AFK, we are going to record ourselves throwing the basketball basketball, and I would go ahead and do this a couple times until you get around 100%. Ideally, you'll get 100%. So I'm going to go ahead and start recording, and then we'll try to get a really good throw in here. 97%, that's not bad, but I'll stop recording right now. And then ideally, you would have gotten 100%. Keep doing that over and over again. But once you're done and you have it recorded, just click your playback hotkey and it'll infinitely throw the basketball. As you'll see, I got another 97. It's not always going to be the same percentage because that's the way the game is, but it'll be much more consistent than auto throw, and it'll never spend a long time charging up, allowing you to slightly increase the amount of huge pets you're going to be able to get per day. Even though when I tested this out later on, I used auto throw and I still got well over on average 10 huge pets per day. So with that all being said, this method is completely free to play. Absolutely no game passes impact this method, as well as you do not need to worry about using any of these exclusive boosts, and you do not have to worry about using any exclusive pets. Just buy a few of these stat pets or get a few from opening the egg and you are good. So this method is really good for free to play players, and that also makes it really good for using multiple accounts. If you want to significantly increase your profitability and the amount of futures you're getting per day, definitely go ahead and use multiple accounts. I have two tutorials linked on this, one using Roblox Account Manager and one not using Roblox Account Manager. At first, when I do my testing, I use Roblox Account Manager, but Roblox did an update where they randomly disconnect your accounts until you have only around 4 Roblox instances active. So Roblox Account Manager is not really that great for people who want to use more than 4 accounts, but then I switched to the Emulator method, which will be also linked in the description, which currently is slightly better for people who want to use more than 4 accounts and are having troubles with Roblox Account Manager. So let's go ahead and test out this method on 6 accounts. Like I said earlier, 7 of the accounts will have 1 million strength and the last one will have 7 million strength, but you'll see later on that does not really affect things very much.
And I've been counting days to get away to see you again.
At this point, Roblox Account Manager stopped working for me, so I did go ahead and switch to the Emulator method. Okay, so it's been 8 hours of farming on 6 accounts. I'm going to go ahead and trade over all the huge pets and the gifts that I got, and then we'll tally it all up and see how many you can actually expect to make per day. Okay, so this is the account that had the 7 million strength, so it did get a little bit luckier with 9 total huge pets, the same amount of basketball gifts though. I don't think the strength had too much luck to play in it, or else I would expect a lot more cosmic basketball gifts as well. I think this account literally just got lucky, which is why I decided to test on multiple accounts just to help get a good average. Okay, so there we have all of the huge pets traded over, and now I'm going to quickly box up all the huge pets, all the gifts, and then we'll get a deeper look at what we actually managed to get. Okay, so farming this event using everything I showed you earlier on 6 accounts for 8 hours, I got a total of 24 huge pets, which is kind of insane. I got 8 golden versions and a rainbow version as well. And then I also got 375 of the cosmic basketball gifts, which are still worth quite a bit. So that's 187 million diamonds right there just from cosmic gifts, which leaves me with a total wrap of 1.5 billion diamonds just from those 8 hours of farming on 6 accounts, which is on average around 800 million diamonds per day per account right now. However, obviously the wrap of this stuff will drop, so we're going to look into the amount of huge pets we actually managed to get. We got 24 huge pets, which means between those 6 accounts for the 8 hours, we got on average 4 huge pets per account, which means if by following everything I showed you in this video, on average by farming this event, you can expect to earn around 12 huge pets per day just from AFKing, which is actually insane, as well as obviously a ton of cosmic basketball gifts, and that doesn't really include any Titanics that you may get or the luck that you could have when it comes to actually getting variants like shinies, rainbows, shiny rainbows, etc. So yeah, this event, in my opinion, is actually really good for free-to-play players to farm a ton of huge pets. Obviously, like I said, they tend to nerf events like this, so I wanted to get this video out as fast as possible because normally they release a nerf Monday morning-ish, so you still should have a pretty good amount of time to grind out a ton of huge pets. I hope they don't nerf it, but that's why it's so important to start grinding events as fast as possible and to take advantage of what I showed you in this video as fast as possible. If they do end up nerfing this event, I will update my pinned comment telling you how much they actually nerfed it and how many huge pets you can expect to make. So with all that being said, if you enjoyed this video or found it useful, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget that once we reach 45,000 subscribers, we'll be hosting a massive 50+ rainbow huge pet giveaway on PetSim99. But with that being said, I hope you all have an amazing day and good luck throwing. Congratulations to this user for being the first person to comment on my last PetSim99 video. You've won yourself a free rainbow huge pet. I do this kind of giveaways every single video, so if you want a chance to win yourself a free rainbow huge pet, make sure to turn on post notifications to be notified when I upload. It's time to roll the winners of the giveaway for my last PetSim99 video. Since this video did not reach any of its like goals, I will only be giving away 10 rainbow huge pets. As always, usernames of the winners will be shown on screen at the end of this time lapse. Congratulations to all of the winners.